look younger, smaller, lighter, fuller, tighter, thinner, softer. It really works.
I don't see myself as big, but I see myself as like right in the middle. I want to be skinny.
There's a big responsibility to teach them self-respect, and I find that that's really vague. Like there's no book on how to teach them that.
Either you're too tall, you're too short, you're too skinny, you're too fat.
I'd rather be too skinny than too fat.
Clothes don't always fit when you're too small.
I don't like being tall because people call me Lonnie.
Parts of my body I want to change are my stomach. I hate my teeth.
I shouldn't be 100 pounds. At Courtney's 75.
We like food. Like I said, a woman who's not passionate about her food is unlikely to be passionate about anything else.
I worried a lot about what like the grade 8s and the grade 9s thought. Like, why would she come to school with that on? So I look at their hair and shoes in the mall. I wish I had that hair and those shoes. I think it's like impossible to make somebody feel better if they've been called a name, because it's like permanently there that they know that they've been.
You have to remember that social change takes about 3 generations. Major social change takes about 3 generations, 60 years, to really get accepted by the population. When you think about change, you go through four stages. The first stage is the majority of people being kind of angry because they don't like change. The second stage is usually termed retribution. The people in power who have to change or give up money kind of take it out on the people who now have to be given their fair share. The third stage gets to be positive, and that's acceptance. And the fourth stage is celebration. And the society doesn't move in lockstep through these changes. The law passes, and not everybody is angry. A lot of women were very excited. But the percentages changed, so that in the early 1970s, maybe 10% of all people were really happy, and 80% of people were mad, and some were in a position to practice retribution, and some were accepting. But it changes over time. And the reason why it takes so long to go through is that the decision makers are usually pretty old. So all of the guys who are athletic directors deciding what women were going to get, who were 30 or 40 years old when Title IX passed, and who grew up in a culture where women weren't respected in sport, you have to wait until they get out of the athletic director decision-making mode in order for change really to kick in. So I always say, you have to wait until dinosaurs do what they do best. They either retire or expire. And so if you look at it from that perspective, even though we're 36 years into this change process, we're not there yet. We aren't there yet. To give you an idea of how far we've come, in 1972, only 1 out of every 27 high school girls played varsity sports. 1 in 27. That figure today is 1 in 2.5. In 1972, less than 300,000 girls were playing on high school varsity teams. Less than 300,000. There were no state high school championships for women. If you played basketball in 1970 or when I went to school, in the 60s, if you had 4 games to a season, that was a lot, and you made your own uniforms, if you had any uniforms at all, or you shared, one set of uniforms for 3 or 4 teams, each of whom didn't play more than 3 or 4 games at a time. But there were only 300,000 kids who were playing. To give you an idea, today there are over 3 million girls playing high school sports. In 1972, less than $100,000 nationally was being awarded to women at the college level for athletic scholarships. Today, that figure is about $421 million a year. And lest you think that this is worthy of applause, this is a good segue into the half-empty. In terms of half-empty, boys still get 1.3 million more participation opportunities a year at the high school level. They get $127 million a year more in athletic scholarships, and we spend about $1 billion more on men's sports at the college level compared to women's sports at the college level. So there's still a great, great deal to be done.